You may have found this video on your homepage, your subscription box, or maybe you searched a term that is linked to this video. You probably assume that it's just luck or coincidence, when in reality, there's an artificial system out there that understands your every move and gives you videos based on that. The algorithm is powered by deep learning, and ARK Invest believes this industry will be bigger than the internet. In this video, I'm going to be talking about some information given in ARK Invest Big Ideas 2021 report and potential investments that we can make in order to capitalize on this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. If you end up enjoying this video, I'd appreciate if you left a like and subscribed, as we are on the road to 2,000 subscribers and your support helps out this channel immensely. The brain is made of billions of neurons connected together through pathways called synapses. Observations and experiences alter these synapses to give them different responses in the future, resulting in what we like to call learning. Deep learning is the imitation of the human brain through software and artificial intelligence, so it can take observations and experiences given to it and begin to learn on its own when given enough data. One of the first big breakthroughs with deep learning was when a team at AT&T Bell Labs developed a neural network that was able to read handwritten numbers with a 99% accuracy. This system quickly found its way into banking and processed more than 10% of checks in the United States shortly after. Deep learning has also seen a sharp decline in image classification error rate and speech-to-text error rate, and in the past 3 years has even surpassed human performance. In 2020, deep learning systems could understand and generate language with human-like accuracy. These deep learning systems are quickly becoming smarter than us. Elon Musk was a co-founder of OpenAI, whose GPT-3 system is the first AI that can understand and interpret language. It also can code websites, write emails, translate languages, and more. Advanced algorithms power the biggest search engines in the world today, like Google and YouTube. AIs are also beating world-class opponents in many video games and board games. One example of this is the widely known game Go, which was invented over 2,500 years ago in China and is known as the oldest board game that's still being played today. An algorithm by the name of AlphaGo was developed using deep learning systems, and they put this system up against world-class Go players. In October 2015, AlphaGo became the first computer Go program to be a human professional Go player. Now, this win wasn't enough for researchers at DeepMind, which is the company behind AlphaGo and was later acquired by Google. They wanted to try and beat the best in the world.
Beating a professional player at Go is a long-standing challenge of artificial intelligence.
Everything we've ever tried in AI just falls over when you try the game of Go.
The number of possible configurations of the board is more than the number of atoms in the universe.
AlphaGo found a way to learn how to play Go.
So far, AlphaGo has beaten every challenge we've given it, but we won't know its true strength until we play somebody who is at the top of the world, like Lee Sedol.
A match like no other is about to get underway in South Korea.
Lee Sedol is to Go what Roger Federer is to tennis.
Just the very thought of a machine playing a human is inherently intriguing.
The place is a madhouse.
Welcome to the DeepMind Challenge.
The whole world is watching.
Can Lee Sedol find AlphaGo's weakness? Whoa. Is there, in fact, a weakness?
The game kind of turned on its axis.
Well, look at his face.
That is not a confident face.
It's developing into a very, very dangerous fight.
Ooh, hold the phone. Lee has left the room.
In the end, it is about pride.
I think there's something went wrong.
Yeah, it's made him think.
He's got to pronounce a miracle.
These ideas that are driving AlphaGo are going to drive our future.
This is it, folks.
Now, at that event, AlphaGo ended up beating Lee Sedol 4 times out of 5. AlphaGo ended up beating the 2017 #1 ranked player in the world as well, and after that, DeepMind decided to retire AlphaGo. Now, the fully self-taught AlphaGo Zero is actually regarded as the #1 player in the world at Go, and also possibly in chess. Now, it's crazy to me to see how much deep learning has developed in just such a short amount of time, and how much they've actually surpassed humans in performance in certain areas. Now, that makes me wonder what we're going to see down the line in the next 15 to 20 years. The ability for these computers to teach themselves how to respond to situations and perform tasks that humans can't do or perform them better than humans can is disruptive innovation, and that's what Cathie Wood and ARK Invest are all about. Now, in the next decade, the team at ARK believes that most software will be created by deep learning, such as self-driving cars, accelerated drug discovery, and more. This goes hand in hand with their investments in Tesla and the healthcare industry, because the advancement in deep learning will benefit those as well. Deep learning powers your Amazon Alexa and is the algorithm behind the recently viral app TikTok. TikTok has used their deep learning systems for video recommendations and has outgrown Snapchat and Pinterest combined. Deep learning has created $2 trillion in market capitalization, and ARK believes that deep learning will add $30 trillion in equity market cap in the next 15 to 20 years. This would surpass the market cap of the entire internet. Now, I know that's a super bold statement, but ARK believes that deep learning will have an impact on every industry and not just computing. Like I mentioned before, it'll help the automotive and healthcare industries, and it'll also have an impact on retail, defense, and many others. Deep learning might have the biggest impact on the robotics industry, which ARK is also heavily invested in. Robots right now are virtually useless and expensive. Robots have also been almost impossible to code until deep learning came around. They can give robots different experiences and scenarios and have these robots learn and adapt to situations given. This will be astronomically huge if we can integrate robots into everyday life and businesses. Now, these robots are getting smarter and smarter, as OpenAI has actually been able to code a robot to solve a Rubik's Cube by itself with just one hand. Now, deep learning is also going to impact the healthcare industry, especially radiology. Since we talked earlier on how deep learning has surpassed human error, we can implement that into something important like diagnostic radiology. Radiologists historically have a 30% error rate when giving a diagnosis, and getting a deep learning AI to perform this task could significantly reduce errors in diagnosis and potentially save many lives. ARK cites multiple tests where deep learning systems were more accurate than radiologists in detecting bone fractures, breast cancer, and even lung cancer. Deep learning requires an immense amount of computing power, and ARK Invest believes that will have a significant impact on the total AI chip market spending. They believe that the spending will increase fourfold from $5 billion a year to $22 billion in 2025. Now, since deep learning is still pretty new, their systems still have trouble with long-term memory, natural language, and common sense. These are some barriers that separate deep learning from artificial general intelligence. Now, you might be concerned about the doomsday scenario with computers and robots taking over the world like we see in all the movies. Elon Musk even said that he believes AI will destroy humans before nuclear weapons will. But to relieve you some of that stress, OpenAI, which is the company that we've talked about multiple times, said they're committed to finding and promoting friendly AI in a way that benefits humanity as a whole. Although it is still scary with all of the information that is out there. Now, my favorite stock that I like when it comes to investing into deep learning is going to be Google. Now, unfortunately, Google has just been doing so well during this pandemic and during 2021 that they're actually sitting pretty close to all-time highs. Now, regardless, there's still so much growth left with deep learning, and I think that no matter what price you get in, as long as you get in early, you're going to make money. Google owns DeepMind, which, like we talked about earlier, created AlphaGo, and they have the most efficient search engine on the planet with Google and YouTube. I think they're going to continue to be far ahead of the competition when it comes to deep learning for a very long time. Now, if you have any other stocks that deal with deep learning, I would definitely like to hear about it in the comments. Of course, this isn't financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Make sure you do your own research into companies before you invest into them, and do your own research when it comes to deep learning. Now, let me know your guys' thoughts on deep learning, and do you think that it's actually going to become bigger than the internet like ARK Invest and Cathie would say? Now, I had a lot of fun researching for this video, and I want to continue to research in order for us to take advantage of this huge opportunity that we have presented with deep learning. But that is going to be the end of the video, guys. If you enjoyed, make sure you subscribe and leave a like. It definitely helps out the channel, and I'll see you in the next one.